Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Motion bringing you guys another video, guys. Welcome to today's video on the channel. Now we're going to be using the Type 100 in the background using hardcore. Now I want to tell you guys a little tip before we actually get into the topic of this gameplay, guys. Don't play hardcore. I mean, if you're really trying to get into like competitive Call of Duty and stuff like that, I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Don't play hardcore. I've been playing hardcore a little bit lately, and it's really messed up my competitive strategy of playing this game, just because you're so used to two-shotting kids, like 1 or 2 bullets and the kid's dead, that you put bullets into them and you look away because you know they're gonna die because it's just hardcore. So in GBs, when I run like PPSH or some type of submachine gun or any type of gun, it's in my head that they die quick, that they're gonna get melted, because I'm so used to hardcore and stuff like that, that sometimes I'll put bullets into a kid and I give up on the kill because I think he's supposed to die. And there's been a lot of times where I actually get turned on because in competitive, because I'll put bullets into them, I think they're dead, and then I'm getting ready to run away because I don't want the enemy to know where I am. But by the time that I'm getting ready to run away, I notice he didn't die, so I tried looking back to kill him, and he's already looking at me, shooting me. So it sucks. Don't run hardcore. It's only fun if you're really a pub stomper, or if you really like playing public matches, because you guys can pop off in hardcore. It's really easy. It's actually fun to play hardcore. It's just, it's not a good thing to do if you're trying to get into competitive. But let's not talk about that, guys. What we're going to talk about is Call of Duty World War II, what it needs. Now, Charlie Intel has a huge post about this. We're going to kind of be covering it and giving you guys my opinion. I want to know down in the comments below, what's your guys' opinion? But basically, it's about the Call of Duty World War II maps. Now, the game released the least amount of maps any Call of Duty has ever seen. Now, this is crazy to think because, I mean, if you're not counting the war mode maps, because those you can't really do team... People don't always play war mode. War mode's more like a story type of public match gameplay, but team deathmatch, domination, those have the actual maps, which is really cool. So we're going to be covering the maps. There are only 9 maps, guys. We have Aachen, Ardennes Forest, Flag Tower, Gibraltar, Gustav Cannon, London Docks, Point du Hoc, St. Marie, and USS Texas. Now, that's not that many maps, and a lot of these maps are kind of small. You know, there's none of these maps are actually really big maps, except for, of course, Gustav Cannon, which is the big train one in the middle, which it's probably a sniper map mainly, but they're not going to do competitive on this just because how open it is, and there's not that many head glitches or anything. Like this map, they barely put that many stuff in this map. Like, it's very empty, but that's fine because a lot of snipers like this map, and I don't mind this map. If I'm going to play it, I'm going to definitely snipe and have fun doing it. But we're going to cover some of the things they said. So they said one of the biggest upsets surrounding Call of Duty World War II at launch, other than the server issues, was multiplayer maps. A week before launch, via leaked copies, it was noticed that the game would only have 9 multiplayer maps, 10 if you bought the season pass, making it the lowest amount of maps in Call of Duty base game in history. The second lowest was Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare with 12 maps. Sledgehammer Games' last title, Advanced Warfare, launched with 13 maps on the disc. So we have a little bit, there's not as many maps in this game as they usually have in Call of Duty, which a lot of people are curious why they did that. And that's because, guys, they do have 3 separate maps. I'm going to cover that next. But it's in war mode, but you cannot play that. So they also said, yes, Call of Duty World War II does have its new war mode, which brings its own 3 separate maps, but that's where its distinction is made. It has its own 3 separate maps, which cannot be played in regular multiplayer. So while multiplayer delivers a total of 12 maps for all modes, only 9 can be played outside of war. And in World War II shooter, there is no D-Day map in the regular rotation, which seems like an oversight because D-Day was like, it was a big part of World War II. So for them not to have like a rotational map where it's just a war mode map, because they do have Operation Neptune, which is a D-Day map in war mode, but it's not really a rotational map, meaning any hard points or search and destroy maps on D-Day, which they would be pretty cool if they did a map like that on the beach or something like that with bunkers and stuff. That's just my personal opinion. I think kind of Point du Hoc is kind of like D-Day because it says D-Day landing site with tight gameplay spaces, bunkers, and trenches create intense close range battles. But the article on Charlie Intel says that they don't really have that. What they also said is, you can see that if the map design is great across the maps and the maps are enjoyable, then maybe 9 maps is a good fit. The quality over quantity argument, but not all Call of Duty World War II map designs are that great. There are some maps which shine, like London Docks and St. Marie du Mont. St. Marie du Mont is a typical Call of Duty design map. The map plays great across modes, especially hardpoint. The map utilizes the 3-lane structures and flows really well for objective modes. London Docks is also fun to play. The overall design also has a 3-lane structure while providing easy access to great across the map with the dockside area by the center. So it sounds like what a lot of fans really like about the game, at least competitive people or just fans in general that like playing public matches, they like maps with 3-lane designs where we have like, and I mean I can see where they're talking about with the 3-lane design, because when you're running Search and Destroy or Hardpoint, like there's only 3 lanes that you really got to watch. People can hide in different spots in those 3 lanes, but maps like that, they're actually really fun. Like St. Marie Dumont, whenever I play that in competitive, it's fun. That's probably my favorite map competitive to play, just because of the 3-lane structure on that map. And just like USS Texas, they have the left side of the boat, the main, middle, and then the right side of the boat, which is really fun. I like games that are like that. But there's maps like Point du Hoc where it's really just a circle map, and then everyone can really run through the bunkers and stuff like that. Gibraltar, this kind of has 3 lanes, but there's so many head glitches in it, and there's so many different spots that you have to look, especially in competitive, that it makes it a hard map to play, just because people can really camp on that game or that map, which is really annoying. Another thing they said, but there are others that just do not live up to the Call of Duty map styles. Let's talk about Gustav Cannon. Now this map is, well, kind of not a Call of Duty map style at all. I have been playing on Hardpoint because for some reason it keeps appearing in rotation. If you are not a sniper, that map puts you in a disadvantage almost every line of sight, which I agree, guys. So basically, I'm not going to read all of Charlie Intel because they have a huge article. If you guys want to read it, go down in the description below. I left a link to that so you guys can read that. But we're going to cover the maps ourselves. Now, Aachen is one of the first maps. It's an urban warfare in the Battle of Aachen, long-range gameplay down the dangerous streets mixed with up-close engagements through war-torn structures. Now, this map is a good map. It's got 3 lanes, the left side, the middle lane, and then the right side. Now, there's a lot of snipers on this map, but it is still a very good map. I enjoy that map a lot. Ardennes Forest, that's also another good map. They have the middle, they have the right side, and then the left side where you can plant B-bomb. And I just like maps like that where they have a middle and then one bomb on the other lane and then another bomb on the other lane. It's another good map. Flake Tower, this one is a little bit different because on the right side, like where that picture shows where those 2 little gun turrets are, you have also an underground area of that side of the map. It's just a little bit hard. I don't know if that one's like one of my favorites. Gibraltar is another head glitching map. Gustav Cannon is only a sniper map. If you're not a sniper, you're not going to do good on that map. London Docks, good map. That's another good map. Point du Hoc, like I said, it's very up and close, submachine gun only type map. So if you really like, Hardpoint will be good on this map. Search and Destroy, not so much, but Hardpoint definitely, because it's up close, gun to gun. Everyone should be running submachine guns on that map. St. Marie Dumont, good map, and USS Texas, good map. Now, there's only 9 maps, which, in my opinion, it's not enough. I think we need more maps. I definitely think they're going to drop new things in this game, but it's going to suck that we have to wait for DLC 1, DLC 2, DLC 3 for them to drop probably like, what, 1 map, and then 1 war mode map, and then 1 zombies map. Like, that's 3 maps, but it's only 1 multiplayer map. I wish they would do like 3 maybe multiplayer maps in the first DLC, maybe 5, I don't know, 3 to 5, just because it'll throw in a lot more variation in the game. Now if you're a competitive player, these 9 maps are the only 9 maps you're going to do. All the DLC maps that you get, they don't ever put those in rotation for some reason. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you guys. Guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think of Gibraltar? Because that is probably the most well-known map in this game. I absolutely hate it just because of the spawn. The spawn nades, the head glitching, the camping. It's just, there's just so many head glitches. I want to know your guys' opinion. What's your favorite map in this game, and what's your least favorite map, and why? Guys, if you made it to this part of the video, please give this video a thumbs up. Show some love, show some support. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.